I'm new here. Hi. And if you're new here, welcome to my little corner of the internet. This is where I'll talk about style, movement, and all the small things that make everyday life feel intentional. I'm glad you're here. This is my very first YouTube video. I'm in a hotel room. This is not my apartment, but I'm in my hotel room bored, and I was like, just do it. So here I am, and I just want to introduce myself before I get into anything. That way you can have a sense of who I am, how I process things, how I story tell. So let's just dive on in, get to know me, and then you can decide if you want to like me after this video. My name is Elena, but most people online know me as Lopez Life. And this space is kind of my way of documenting a life that sits somewhere between creativity, routine, movement, and figuring things out in real time. I live in New York City, so that already feels like a full personality on its own. It's loud, it's fast, demanding, and somehow still really tender if you know where to look. And I think that's a little bit how I move in the world too. By day, I work for an elevated barbershop chain, but my role isn't just one thing. I'm a team lead for our New York City locations, which means I'm in the middle of everything. People, schedules, energy, problem solving, and making sure that the shop feels like places people actually want to be and not just places they pass through. And on the other side of that, I also work as a marketing coordinator. So I'm thinking about visuals, storytelling, producing content, the brand's voice, and how a space feels online as much as it does in real life. I'm always asking questions like, what does this look like from the outside? What does this feel like for someone walking in for the first time? How do we make something as simple as a haircut feel considered? And also, that way of thinking has also spilled into everything I do. Outside of work, I spend a lot of my time creating for myself and others, hence this video. I want to do more for myself as much as I do for work. Photography has always been a part of my life. I love capturing people in their most expressive state. Dramatic movement, sculptural poses, light hitting a face like it's a part of a performance, not just the picture. I think that's why I love editorial style so much. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. And this channel, in a way, is just another extension of that. It's me trying to capture moments, thoughts, moods, energies, and movement instead of just images. Movement is a big part of my life. I come from a dance background, and for a long time, dance was about discipline and performance. Getting it right and looking a certain way, being good. Pole dance changed that for me. I'm 35 years old. I've been dancing classically since I was 2, and I just started pole dancing a year ago. It brought me back to why I fell in love with moving in the first place. Not to be watched, not to be perfect, but to feel something in my body. Pole taught me how to be bad at something in public and still show up the next day. It taught me patience, softness, and how to trust myself when things feel uncomfortable. So if you see pole show up here, it's not just about the skills. It's about creating a healthier relationship with my body and movement after years in a classical dance world where I achieved a lot, but didn't always feel well inside.
My breasts would have been bigger, but I had an eating disorder in year 8, so they didn't develop properly.
Another part of my life that really shapes how I move through the world is sobriety. I've been sober for 6 years now. And sobriety didn't make me boring. It made me honest. Honest about my energy, honest about my limits, honest about who actually gets access to me. As I've gotten older, I've become quieter. Not shy, just more selective.
You're not feeling the vibe? Girl, go home.
I like smaller rooms, slower conversations, spaces where I can feel safe before I open up. And for a long time, I thought that meant something was wrong with me. Like I was becoming cold or distant. But now I see it as knowing where I shine, and it has to be in the right room with the right people. Otherwise, you get that wall, right? So this channel is just really an extension of that and everything I mentioned before. It's not about being loud or viral or too perfectly packaged. It's about being intentional, thoughtful, and present.
Makes it real.
And I have to keep reminding myself that. I want this to feel like a place you can sit in for a while, put on in the background while you get ready for work or school or fold laundry or just need something soft and human to listen to. Another thing about me is that style is another language I speak fluently.
They're so different.
I don't really dress to be trendy. I used to, but now I dress to feel like myself. Some days I like looks that are minimal and clean, and some days it looks a little or a lot more dramatic. Some days it looks like I don't want to be perceived at all, and all of those are real. I've been really focused on slow fashion, wearing what I already own, and treating my closet like a creative space instead of a shopping problem. I love the idea that style isn't something you buy. It's something you notice. What you reach for when you're tired, what you wear when you want to feel brave, what you put on when you need comfort. That's the real aesthetic, and that's always a practice for me because I tend to always be over-consuming things, and sometimes I just have to step back, see what I already have, and make it work.
I don't want to look ugly.
Also, overconsumption in products is beauty, makeup. Beauty for me lives in that same space. After going through Accutane and braces, I stopped seeing beauty as something to fix and started seeing it as something to take care of. My routines are slower now, gentler, more about maintenance than chasing perfection. Makeup isn't about looking flawless for me anymore. It's about mood, about energy, about how I want to feel that day. And some days I just want to feel soft, and some days I want to feel sharp and bold and colorful, and some days I just want to feel put together enough to leave the house. And that's enough. So some days I'll just throw on a hat, I'll throw on some baggy sweats, but I'll put a little lip on, and that's enough for me. And then what else? Then there's Lars. Lars is my miniature schnauzer, my shadow, my emotional support creature, and my little chaotic angel. I joke that I'm his mom, but honestly, I kind of am. That is my child. He came into my life when I was still grieving my first dog, Zoe. I didn't think my heart had space for another kind of love yet. But Lars didn't replace her. He expanded me. He brought back routine into my days, laughter back into my home, a reason to go outside when I didn't feel like it.
Fine.
It gave me structure again in my just like small everyday life. Had something to look forward to when I got home from work. So if you see a little gray dog pop up here often, just know he runs the household and my life and my mind. So I think the common thread through all of this is attention. Paying attention to how I move, how I feel, what I'm drawn to, what drains me, what brings me back to life and to myself, what I manifest. So this channel is really just a place where I can explore that out loud. Style, movement, beauty, work, creativity, sobriety, dogs, living in a city that constantly asks you to be more faster, louder, and choosing sometimes to be softer instead. So if you're here because you like quiet fashion, honest routines, creative processes, or just listening to someone talk about figuring life out in real time, you're in the right place, honey. Hi, can we be friends? I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. But yeah, it's about paying attention while you don't. So yeah, that's me. I'm Elena. This is Lopez Life. And this is a space for style, real movement, building a life that feels like yours and not everyone else's. If you made it this far,
One eternity later.
thank you for being here. Truly, this is very vulnerable of me to be doing this. But sometimes you just gotta get out of your own way. I have so many friends that inspire me. So I'm doing this for myself first, but also for them because they are so brave in putting their lives out online. That yes, this is for you guys too, to connect, but this is mostly for me and just like using it as a little diary and documenting my feelings and my life. So yeah, if you want to, tell me in the comments what part of your life you're paying the most attention to right now. Is it style? Is it movement, health? Is it work? Is it healing? Or are you just getting through the week? I'd really love to know. All right. Bye and see you soon.